called? Number 4, emotional intelligence skill. What else is called? Self-awareness skill, and all those skills that helps you build people. Tell our people. Helps you build your own team. Tell our team. Helps you build your own organization like MTN, Glow, Etisalat, Montessuite, a business community, Christian community, entrepreneurs community, of course, a business family. So these are the skills you need to do this, because anything skill are all learnable. So you can see this relationship is called a transformational relationship, or you call it a significant relationship, whereby you are going to connect with somebody that's improved in value, so your life can be getting better, the ultimate version of yourself. You can in turn improve the value of other people. So you are going to become a successful, highly influential, and affluent entrepreneur, businessman, where in turn produce more successful and financially independent world changer. So you are going to create the world of significance, and this particular relationship is called a transformational relationship. What else is called? A transformational relationship. A relationship of transformation, whereby you transform, and it's one of the best ways to earn a fortune, 10 or 14. It's one of the best way to earn residual income, 10 or residual income. So you can see that there are two factors here. One of the factors is happening outside of you. Oh, the naira, the dollar, the police, the doctor, your father, your mother, your president, your chairman, your local councillor. Those factors are called contributing factors. What that is called? Contributing factors. They contribute to your success. They can slow you down. They can delay you. But the factor that determines your success is embedded in you. Those factors is called determining factors. What did I say? Determining factors. They determine whether you will succeed or whether you will not succeed. So there are two factors inside all of us, the winner and the loser, the positive and the negative. So you focus on the winner and the positive and ignore, ignore the negative, ignore them. So the positive factors are courage to take action, determination, commitment to follow through the process, faith, passion, commitment, determination, vitality, fidelity. These are the things that enable men to succeed. The thing that actually stop men are the negative factors embedded in us, which is fear, doubt, anxiety, hatred, resentment, bitterness. These are the factors that stop men from succeeding. So you are the most important factor. Touch your neighbor, tell your neighbor, you are the most important factor. So we have been on this training. I don't even know where this training will take us to next week, but we decided that, and it's called the beliefs and behaviors of entrepreneur. So we'll continue from there to the beliefs and behaviors of entrepreneur, of an entrepreneur. The beliefs and behaviors of an entrepreneur. So you can see that, and this today should be part 5 of that. So we have been talking about why make so many entrepreneurs struggles in the entrepreneurship journey. So most of them quit. Some of them, of course, succeeded. It's like anything they touch, it becomes gold because of the beliefs, the thought behind the action. The set of beliefs that people seem to see block their blessings. A set of course, a stronghold that is embedded in their mental, psychology, or intellectual thinking that is sabotaging their success. Or this particular this that prohibit their success because they believe them, and we call them perspective, the way they see things, the paradigm that actually prohibit their prosperity. So we call it easier said than done. That's what the subtopic we said, easier said. So we have a lot to discuss. So you have about nine outlines. I don't even know where to start today, but it's fine. The first outline is from syndrome to syndrome. That is it. So people move from a normal circumstances. We have the beliefs and behaviors. So every behavior is belief driven. The behaviors, whether good or bad, positive or negative, cause improving, impacting, distracting, or constructing, all of them are belief driven. Old versus old, and what we can learn from the new, we can apply to our life. Behavioral change. So we need to change and start working in a way that will actually impact you consciously and unconscious belief, consciously and unconscious belief that affect people's decisions about life. Because if you know how to make the right decisions, you have the right life. So easier said than done. Easier said than done. Okay. Then number 8, we have here the root of all sin. The root of all sins. Okay. So we have to look at number 9, the 8th syndrome. So we discuss that, and that will be the end of the class. But so far so good. I like to always do revision for those that are just joining us. So we start by telling us that you can only use syndrome is a group of signs and symptoms that occurs together and characterize a particular abnormality or condition. So you can only use syndrome in a figurative way, and those things will happen in your psychological and intellectual mentality of mindset. So the paradigm that the paradigm or perspective that of course, against it, never tolerate it, and then identify it and eliminate it. You want to actually move forward and upward. So we are sharing these beliefs, this set of beliefs, because we want you to know that this is some set of beliefs that we have been holding on to right from birth, either the one we hear from families and friends, from our environment, from the past experiences that we never liked, or the one we call self-talk, that is internal influences. So some set of beliefs actually is blocking us at things in a different way, because no circumstances, no people, no system, no physical realm can actually block our blessings, prohibit our prosperity, or accept our set of beliefs, of course, and then stronghold, which is where the demonic, the demon establish their powers in our mind, in our thinking, and these strongholds, this syndrome always comes as a form of suggestion. So most of the conversation, it comes as a suggestion. People come to you with suggestions in a conversation, suggestion in the conversations that you're not supposed to entertain. Number two, once you entertain them, it becomes a scenario. Tell us scenario. So it becomes a scenario. So after scenario, it becomes a stronghold. Once you are playing, scenario means that you are making a movie in the theater of your mind. So once you successfully make the movie, it becomes a stronghold. Once it becomes a stronghold, that means it has gripped your imagination. It has gripped your thinking pattern. So thank God that the things you can control, because those things that is happening to many people that is sabotaging your success are the things that you can control. The devil cannot block your blessings or prohibit your prosperity. So the only thing he does is to bring conversations in a suggestion in a conversation that you entertain. Once you entertain the conversation and the wrong communication is happening there, because bad communication, wrong communication corrupts good manners. So the only hope of the enemy is to make you become your own worst enemy. So the devil has been stripped of his powers and authority. He's only left with the power of lies. So, and the guy can never headlock you. He can never physically block you. There's nothing he can do to block your blessings. So the only thing the devil does is that he poisons your mind. He uses suggestions in combatants to poison your mind, pollute your mindset, infiltrate your how you think, infect your mindset. That's how we do this teaching, so that it will help you eliminate every self-sabotaging beliefs, every self-destructive beliefs, every self-limiting beliefs, every self-depreciating beliefs, and that is blocking your blessings, sabotages your success, and prohibits your prosperity. So we also went out to discuss that we see this guy, the devil is the master of suggestions. He's very good in suggestions, and the devil suggests to Eve just to remove his focus from what was said. So every particular life, you can see, if you ever hate anybody, confirm and see that most of the things you hear about people, somebody must have told you something, you must have seen something, even hear the person's opinion. You just took it for that. That's how it is. But as you actually sit down to listen to the person's opinion, you find out that most of the people, they did that because of their beliefs, because of what they do. So you have simply teach and correct them, and you see the world will become a better, because you're going to live a life of impact to teach and educate people to become the ultimate version of themselves. Someone should meet you and leave you better than he met you. So looking at it, the enemy is a master of suggestion. He suggests to you that you will never be wealthy, prosperous, or rich, and have the capacity to match the economic strength of your mission, or the economic strength to carry out your mission or your assignment, and you will never be that person. So if you believe those negative lies, you actually believe, oh, I'm not worthy to be successful. The enemy also suggests to some people that there are forces against them, that the enemy says that, oh, the problem is that village people are against you, and the person starts binding every cockroach and rat that passes everywhere you go. So enemy always say that there are forces against you that you cannot control, there are factors against you that you cannot control. So when enemy suggests these factors and forces, and you believe them, you start living in fear. And remember, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of sound mind. So God wants to have a sound mind in a sound body to carry out our mission and our assignment on earth. So the devil may suggest to you that the reason why you will never prosper, the reason you never succeed in life, never become so wealthy, is because you are not worthy. Why are you not worthy? You have failed God and yourself in some way, on a particular way of your life. So that the God is against you, that you are doomed to fail. Enemy also suggests to many people that they believed that because they failed in a project or an initiative, that they are failures. They are failures, and they cannot succeed in anything. See, if you fail in an event, you are not a failure. Failure is not a personality. Failure is an event. So except you now take it to be inside the failure, now it becomes a personality. You fail in an event by the idea of Thomas Edison, who tried to invent electric bulb over 1,000 times. When he finally got it right, journalists were asking questions. Sir, you actually tried 1,000 times to do this and you failed. He said, no, I never failed. I only found 1,000 ways it will never work. Just interpret every circumstances in a way that will empower you. If you do that, you will detach yourself from every outcome that did not succeed. So you know that I'm a success. Touch yourself, I'm a success. Touch yourself, I'm a millionaire. Because initially it will start like a suggestion in a conversation. And if you entertain those conversations, you begin to form a scenario. Scenario is when you make a movie in the theater of your mind, of your of your imagination. Once you make a movie in the theater of your mind, it will grip your imagination. Once it grips your imagination, okay, what you now do is that you'll be watching the movie and you will see yourself struggling, see yourself failing, see yourself sinking in your imagination, and it will become difficult for you to see yourself winning, progressing, accelerating, succeeding, etc. And you just can't see yourself doing it. People telling you, I cannot do this kind of business. I cannot do this kind of, but he said, I just find it smart. I'm looking for something that will have a shop. If I have a shop, I'll go there and sit down and I'll be selling. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to solve people's problem. See, if you stay in a shop, that means you are not selling. You are doing transacting. Transacting means you just collect money and give goods. Selling, you are not selling. Selling means there must be a conversation so that you can actually show the person what he needs to get that will better and benefit him. So the thing that if you need a shop, that means what you need is a sales girl. You don't need to be there except you want to become a sales girl. So you can see once somebody starts saying to yourself, I cannot be an entrepreneur, I cannot communicate, I cannot talk. What we teach in our community is real life skill that will help you, because every top leader must be a very good communicator. Every top leader must solve a problem. Every top leader must have leadership skill. Every top leader must have people management skill. You want to become top leader in business, in CEOs of company, a president, a governor, you must be a good communicator. You must look at people in the eyes and tell them what they need to do. But people are shying away. They don't want to face the wall. They are shying away because they feel they are not good enough. Why did they feel they are not good enough? Something told them you are not good for anything, and they bought a lie in a suggestion, in a conversation, and they entertain a wrong conversation. So what happens is this: when a man entertains a wrong conversation, it becomes a stronghold. Stronghold becomes a mentality that goes unchanged. You are telling him you are a millionaire. He said, "Oh, God, forget about that kind of thing." They begin to give excuses. Poor men will give excuses to explain their poverty. If you don't find reason to succeed, you find excuses to explain poverty. Tell neighbor, stop explaining poverty. Poverty was not to be managed, it was meant to be solved. So if you believe a scenario, then you're actually believing a lie. And the worst thing is to believe a lie, because lies seems to be true. Lies sometimes seem to be fact. Lies are not truth. So the Bible says you shall know the truth, and it shall set you free. No, you shall know the fact or the truth, because we know not all truth and fact are truth, but all truth are truth and fact. It is true, nobody can walk on water. It's truth, Christ walked on water. It's true, fire will burn, shall not measure. Stop telling me about facts and systems that's against you. Start telling me about what God says about you. If you tell me what God says about you, you're on the right path. So you can see, even in your nothing will actually work for you. You can physically engage in activities, but you always have the printout of your imagination. Your life is a sum total of the printout of your imagination. So your life you're experiencing today is as a result of your imagination, not as a result of what you do. Reason, the thought behind the action is more important than the action. You always go back to square one. That's what your mind will always tell you. Your mind will always tell you that it will work for other people, but it will not work for you. Because assuming you started early, assuming you started when there, it is not that late at all. So now we put a typical example, so you can actually put the icing on our cake. That the fallen man was as a result of a conversation in which he believes the devil, and that made him take the action. So a suggestion was made that you shall not surely die, and the day you eat the fruit thereof, and that God, that you eat it, you be like God, knowing good and evil. Suggestion happened in the conversation, and it becomes a scenario when Eve begins to look at the fruit, and behold that the fruit was good. So when he saw it was good, he take it in his imagination and begin to imagine how that tree will be on the other side of life if he has eaten the fruit. So at that point he believed it, he acted on it. So because he acted on it, that is when the message became clear. That once you change someone's beliefs, you can change their behavior. It was so clear to us in Genesis 3 that the enemy could change the good behavior to a bad behavior, because he was successfully able to change the belief and made it believe that if you eat the fruit, you shall not surely die. That means the original sin was unbelief. The real sin was unbelief. Tell no unbelief. Because it is the unbelief that made him proceed to take the fruit, to eat the fruit. Because if you have never believed the lie, you have still be believing God. So because he believed a lie, that means he stopped believing God. So he now believed the lie, because the original sin is believing in a lie. So the original belief, that's when you believe a lie. So you need to examine your moral implication of entrepreneur that gives excuses in their business, in their investment, because those moral implications of doubting God, disbelieving God, putting your confidence and faith in a lie, that is the original sin and the mother of every sin. That you want to embark on plastic chip production, soap production, paint production, cement production, oil company, crude oil production, fractional refinery, and you believe a lie that you will not succeed. Okay, you will struggle in that business. You want to start poultry farm, you believe that nobody will succeed, but let me just try. So you don't try. If you try, that means you're operating at the lowest level of commitment. Poor people say, I will try. Whenever a man tells you, I will try, that man is ready. He's telling you, I don't believe. Let me just do it. That's why poor people poor. Tell the poor and say, I will try. Number two, average men will say, I will do my best. I will do my best. I will do my best. That is average man. And a wealthy man will tell you, a wealthy man, successful will tell you, I will do whatever it takes. What do they tell you? I will do whatever it takes. And whatever it takes. Now, when you see a man that tells you, I will do whatever it takes, that man is ready to burn his boat. The man is ready to burn his bridges. The man is ready, either I win or I win. Nothing like no retreat, no surrender. Nothing like going back. But you cannot win a man who never quit. Tell your neighbor, quitters never win. Winners never quit. So once you sit down your thinking chair, pick a part of your life, finances, relationship, marriage, business, investment, any part of your life. You need to design your life as an architect. Design your life, decide what you want to achieve. Tell yourself, 3 years from now, I'll be making 3 million naira every month. 3 years from now, I'll be making 10 million naira every month, 50 million every month. So because you have it every month on a minimum. So this is what I'm going to do. Every money I'm going to earn, I'm going to save 10%. I'll pay myself 10%. I'll use that money to buy assets, assets, income generating assets called investment. Anything that appreciates in value and puts money in your pocket independent of effort. So you're going to make that plan and you're going to start the discipline. And anybody that comes to tell you that discipline is not true, tell the person is lying. They're not lying. The person is lying to you. So you will do whatever it takes, whether somebody is alive or not. You're going to buy those assets because the real reason for being alive is to impact life, is to enjoy life, and hand over, have a good life, live a life in the ultimate version of self, and hand over a success to the next generation, because to your third and fourth generation. But those of wealth is for transfer. A good man leaves inheritance to his children. So you don't have a plan to leave inheritance to your children. You're not a good man. You're a very bad man. So because the truth of the matter is that you're not going to just come to this life to survive. You came to make significant impact. You not just come to this life to just have achievement. You came to fulfill dreams and purpose. Fulfillment. So you're supposed to live a life of moving from blessed to become what? A blessing. Moving from a life of being success to become what? Significant. So you're coming to impact the lives. So because of that, you must document your processes. That leads us to that drives our behavior. We say regardless of whether the behavior is good or bad, whether the behavior is empowering or disempowering, wise or foolish or constructive or destructive, is always a set of beliefs that are driven by belief system. Beliefs are human. Behind all human behaviors is a belief system. So number one, we talked yesterday also with human beings are creatures of reason. So we do things for the reasons that make sense to us. Either brushing our teeth, taking our bed, to do things for the things that makes reasons that make sense to us. So we are doing things motivated because of the set of beliefs behind our actions and decisions and behaviors. So syndrome is really a set of beliefs that blocks your blessings, that prohibits your progress and prosperity. So we ended by telling us that you cannot just change the fruit without the root. So you really want to change your behavior or improve someone's behavior, there's no need struggling, challenging the behavior. You have to go to the real cost of that behavior, which is the root. Because if you're going to look at it the way we said yesterday, we said that beliefs and then behavior. So we put it like this for those that did not join us for kind of revision. So we said that beliefs is the root and behavior is the fruit. So you want to change the fruit, you change the root. Because the beliefs is the cause. Beliefs is the cause of every action, while behavior is the effect. Still no effect. That's why we live in the world of cause and effect. The belief is a disease. And then, of course, behavior is the symptoms. They're not symptoms. They're not just going to be attacking symptoms. Belief is always inside that you don't see. Then behavior is always outside. So belief is always internal, and the behavior is always external. So the external factor is somebody being abusive, being angry every time. It is because of what is happening inside of him, called determining factors. What does it called? Determining factors. So this one happening is called contributing factors. These things you see that contributing factors are the reason why the something you call subjectives. They're not subjectives. It's subjective in his life. This one is called objectives. They're not objectives. So you can see if somebody is stealing, somebody is humanizing, living a promiscuous life, doing things that doesn't empower him, it's because of what he or she believes that made him behave in that way. So the only way is not to pray and fast and kind and bad behaviors. The only way is to come to the belief system and begin to teach the person, reprogram what information you receive. That programming will lead to belief system, and that will actually lead to his a belief system and what again? Programming, belief, and what? Behaviors, right? Yeah, behaviors in terms of the result, external results. So the results and the lifestyle that he gets. So first we say to him, don't behave that way again. The guy believes something that made him behave that way. So just educate him. We are here to educate and give understanding. You wake up every morning and you're thinking, God, give me 6 people to educate, 6 people to train and mentor, for them to become the ultimate version of themselves. You eventually have all the good things you want. So we went out to discuss Old and New Testament. So we discussed something very interesting yesterday, and we said that human beings cannot be changed in a meaningful way until the beliefs that drives them are exposed and eliminated. So we said that in the Bible there are 39 books in the Old Testament, 27 books in the New Testament, and with that total of 66 books. And this is very profound and important difference between the approach of the Old Testament that leads to sin and the approach of the New Testament that leads to sin. So the Old Testament actually covenant and begin with Moses at Mount Sinai, when the laws was given to Moses to the children of Israel. That will either produce blessings if they obey them, if they obey the laws, or they will produce curse if they don't obey the law. So the Old Testament was actually addressing the sin at behavioral level, while the New Testament addresses sin as the belief level. So we went out to discuss so many things about Old Testament that is about omission. If you fail to do, you will get curse. And the commission, the things you do that you're not supposed to do, those things is called a sin of omission and commission, because it was actually a behavioral driven realm. So the question is that if you attack a behavior, did it actually work for them in the Old Testament? The answer is no. How are we sure? The last book, the last word in the last chapter, in the last book of the Old Testament, in Malachi 4 verse 6 says, cause. The last word says cause. That means if you attack anything at the behavioral level, you just wasted your time. So that is why there was a need. Why was it so difficult? Because there are about 613 laws, the do's, including the do's and the don'ts, and shalt and shall not. And if you break one of them, you've broken all. So behaviors cannot be changed in a meaningful way until the belief that drive them is exposed and eliminated. So we are supposed to start on the New Testament today. Then on New Testament, let's write it down. Let's see what will happen. In the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level. In the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level, not at behavioral level. In the New Testament, sin, struggle, darkness, everything that a man is struggling is at belief level. So full stop. In the New Testament, the life we are living now, for you to struggle financially, maritally, the way you behave is addressed at the belief. So in the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level. What makes you behave the way you behave is because of the things you believe. What makes you succeed? Because of the things you believe. What makes a man fail? Because of the things he believes. So when you see a man who tells you, I cannot be successful, I cannot be a millionaire, I cannot be a good investor, it's because of set of beliefs that he has held onto for a long time, that he's blaming everybody. He's the leaders of this country, it's my economy, it's my money, it's those things that you blame, those external factors, you are not supposed to blame them, because you will now know that you are the architect of your success in life. Once you improve your mindset, everything will improve, because wealth does not exceed personal development. You are the greater asset. So I said in the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level. Full stop. Listen to me. Don't write it down. Don't write this one down. God says in the New Testament that I will write my laws in their mind, on their fleshy tablets of the heart, and you will find them in the ministry of Jesus Christ. how he dealt with faith and belief more than behaviors of the people. Jesus Christ was actually dealing with faith and belief more than the behaviors of the people he met. He said, man, why are you here for 30 something years? He said, there was nobody to carry me. He said, carry your things and go. He said, he said, this food is not for dogs. He said, no. Even the crumbs, the dogs shall eat them. He said, now wow, this kind of faith I've never seen before. He should go and shall make the whole. That means Christ actually addresses everything at belief level. That woman with the issue of blood was as a result of belief level. They not believe. Everything was at belief level. And of course, Jesus Christ said to them that condemnation in that day that didn't believe, that it should be those that did not believe, not the one that did not behave. Is everything at a belief level. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever that believe in him shall not do what? Perish. Whoever that believe what? In him. That behave in him. That believe in him, but believe in him shall not do what? Perish. So, and have everlasting life. So the fact is that when a man believes, it will change your behavior. If you don't believe, okay, go and do all the activities, you will still struggle. You have wrong beliefs about money, and you see pursuing money at the level of implementers. They're not implementers. I'm talking to you, you're telling me, okay, I need to work for money. Okay, and you're thinking that working for money is to do physical job. Okay, you go work that year. I can assure you, nobody engaged in too much of physical work. It will disable his mental work. The guy will slow down here. Once you are physically engaged too much, you mentally slow down. But you are mentally doing more work, you physically slow down. And the work is that you should work from imagination and communication, which is the highest level of value creation, not at implementing or even at the managerial level. So what makes men succeed? Because life rewards you according to the level of value creation, not according to your effort. Like if it was the effort, people that push you out in the market, I can guarantee you, they would have become the richest people in the world. Yes or yes? If by effort, people that carry down good cement from trailer to warehouse, they would have become the richest people. So life does not reward you according to effort, but according to the highest level of wealth creation, which is what? Imagination and what? Communication. That is why a lot of people get offended with people like us. Yeah, the guy is not working as much as we work, but he's making more money because we are operating at the highest level of value creation, which is imaginators, and communicators. We imagine, we communicate. That's how God wants you to operate. And that's why the original work of Adam was that was to go and work, was that you would think of animals for lion, you grape, you pineapple, you banana. Man was to think and communicate, not think and communicate before he start addressing. But people want to engage in physical work. Okay, let me just do something. The idea is not doing first. The idea that you must become the person. Be before you do. Then or do before you have. People say, when I have money, I'll start reading the books. I'll become the right person. No, you must read the books first, become the right person before you can do the right thing to have the money you want. And they accept these principles for everything in life except money. They want to be a doctor, they must go and learn the skills. They must go to become a go to first before they practice in hospital after 4 or 5 years or 7 years, before they have the salary they want. What are you going to tell her? They must. But when it comes to money, okay, give me money. Okay, when I have money, the money is not your problem. You don't have money because you have not become the person that can attract the quality of money you want, the amount of money you want. So you must become that person that can. The person you become is more important than the money you want to have. If you don't become that person, even if they give you that money, eventually lose that money. So belief is more important. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, and whoever that believeth in him, believe that person will not perish. So belief is the most important thing here. Belief is the issue in the New Testament. Write this one down. Belief is the issue in the New Testament. Our Allah now believe. If somebody doesn't believe, keep him here 100 years, talk to him. So belief is the issue in the New Testament. Belief is the issue in the New Testament. Tell a man, you're going to be a millionaire. He didn't give you reasons why you will not be a millionaire. You know, my great-grandfather was poor. My grandfather was poor. My father was poor. Me too. It might happen to me. See, stop collecting collateral property. Don't collect it back. Return it back. Yes or yes. Don't have another property to your children. 1,000 times no. Never again. If not come from a rich family, rich and wealth must come from you. Yes or yes? You must make up your mind. As long as I live, I will live a life of impact, a life of significance. I will accumulate wealth, create generational income, and hand over to my children. I will never hand over property to my children. Never again. Some men die leaving debt. Some are prophets, even in the scriptures. The man died, left them. The debtors came to carry their 2 children. A pastor, a prophet, it doesn't matter whether you're anointed or not. If you have a wrong set belief about money, you can never have money. You can be speaking in tongues, but money will be a problem. I'm telling you the truth. The woman went to Elisha and said, oh, my pastor, oh, my husband died, oh, what the prophet, oh. Is it Elisha, Elijah? Did he get to? Which of them? Elisha, correct. Elijah said, okay, what do we do now? He said, okay, do you have, what do you have? He said, nothing, no, now this pot of oil. Have you noticed so? He said, go and borrow vex. For some of the vex, I'm really owing debt. He said, now go and borrow money and do business. Thank God for Elisha. I like Elisha dispensation of ministry, like Elijah. Elijah will just come and say, if I be a man of God by tomorrow, debtors will die by fire. Elisha does not do like that. Elisha teaches you the principles of wealth. So he said, go and borrow. Because sometimes, even see, a man that is on the ground is not afraid of the ground again, because 2 poor men can never help themselves. What did I say? 2 poor men can never help themselves. You know, you have done that. So go and borrow. You don't really owe debt. Go help. Go borrow. Borrow vessel. And the man borrow. He said, pour. Close the door behind you. Pour. And because the woman, he want the man, after pour, the man should start transaction. If you want to begin to sell. So as you understand business. So at any time she's in problem, you should know business, the solution to your life is transaction, business. They're not business. There is only sure way to actually make money is to sell something. People sell their time for money. That is the worst thing you can do. Collecting job and selling your time to collect salary is the worst transaction on earth. Selling your time for money is the worst transaction. You can sell your intellectual property. Don't ever work for money, because money is a bad master and a loyal slave. Don't ever trade your time for money. Let it be that you trade your time for relationship, business, knowledge, and factors that empowers you. So the woman actually traded the business so that in case he's struggling in life, then he make money. Keke man is selling his time now, and the Keke business to make money. Okada man, everybody is selling something. Dangote is selling something. Max Zuckerberg is selling something. Elon Musk is selling something. Some people sell their time. Tell them, stop selling your time. Stop selling your time. It's the worst thing you can ever sell. Collecting salary is that you have signed a collateral property with a covenant with property that you know what to come, because selling time for money is not the solution to your money problem. If you want to sell some money, sell ideas, sell concepts. I will say something like this. If you sell, how do I put it to you? You sell relations, you get commitment. I mentioned 4 things. Who can remind me? I just forgot. Escape my mind right now. If you sell what? If you sell goods or services, you get cash, right? If you sell goods or services, you get what? Cash. If you sell relationship, you get what? Commitment. If you sell what again? Opportunity. You get what? Referral. One more. You sell ideas, you get what? Commitment. If you sell relationship, what do you get? Returnership. Thank you so much. These are good students. So you must sell something. Every rich man is selling something. If you sell product or services, you get what? Cash. You sell relationship, you get what? Returnership. If you sell opportunity, you get what? Referral. If you sell idea, you get what? Commitment. I think we need to write that down. Let me not refresh my mind. Yeah, you must sell something. If you sell idea, you get what? Commitment, right? So you want to get commitment, sell idea. If you sell product or services, right? If you sell relationship, tell a relationship. Return is. If you sell opportunities, you get what? Referral. If you sell opportunities, you get what? Referral. If you sell referral. So sell something. Tell or sell something. Some people go and sell their time and they get poverty. Tell poverty. Wahala. For who they sell in time for money, you cannot succeed. So we also discuss, write this one down. Unbelief is a big sin. Write this one down. Unbelief, that is believing a lie, is a big sin that bridges the new covenant. Unbelief, bracket open, believing a lie, is a very big sin that bridges the new covenant, because faith is a condition in the new covenant. Unbelief by new covenant is a short circuit. Reason, because faith is a condition for a new covenant. Faith is a condition for a new covenant. Faith is a condition for a new covenant. I think we can repeat the statement 100 times. There's no problem about that. Write this one down. In the New Testament, write again. There's no big deal about it. Write again. In the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level through faith. Full stop. In the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level through faith. Through faith, full stop. In the New Testament, sin is addressed at the belief level through faith. So you want to save a man, you must change the man. Sin is addressed at the belief system Through faith, full stop. Faith is now the key to supernatural manifestation. Faith is now the key to supernatural manifestation. Faith is now the key to supernatural manifestation to recover all you've lost. Faith is now the key to supernatural manifestation to recover all you've lost. So you want to recover all you lost, you must believe that you can. You can succeed, overrun, overtake, and recover all. Faith is now the key to supernatural manifestation to recover all that you've lost. Full stop. Faith is now the key to heaven on earth. So you don't believe you can have a good life on earth, your name, sorry. Faith is now the key. So just write few of them before I jump to the next behavioral change is that all things are possible to those that believe. To those that do what? Believe. Not half, not 10%, not 20%. All things. There are all things. So guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it proceed the issue of life. As a man thinketh, so is it. So if you say to this mountain without doubt in your heart, and you believe that you say this will come to pass. If you say to this mountain in your life, anything that is blocking you is a mountain. You don't have money, that lack of money is a mountain. You don't have joy, that lack of peace is a mountain. Anything in your life, you say to this mountain, cast to the, it will just, without no doubt in your heart, it will move. So that is what, if everyone is faith like a mustard seed. So the fact that everything is faith, believe. So once you don't believe the truth, your name is sorry. Tell no sorry. Because you are looking at facts that is happening in your life. Okay, I don't understand. You talk very well, though, but you know, I don't have transport money. You know, I've not hit you yesterday. You know. If a poor man convinces you to believe, that means the poor man must drag you to his level. Don't allow a poor man to drag you to their level. So you want to today, you want them back on poultry farming, don't believe negative reports. You want them back on fish farming, don't believe most of them don't even say they believe. It's something called risk and risk mitigation. This is not risk. They are telling you to stop it, not to find solution. You know, if you give a poor man solution, they tear it and begin to look for problem inside solution. That's why they say that to eat cake, that you cannot eat your cake and have it, is the language of a poor man. Even the average man buys a cupcake, small part of the cake. A poor man buys donuts and focus on the hole inside the donut, focus on the problems. Rich man will tell you, I want both. Say no both. I want to be rich and happy and successful. I want a good married man, a good father, a good husband, and also a good businessman. But tell you, I don't want big money. I don't want big money. I want small money. You need to go one small money. Oh my God! You guys can be rich and happy and successful at the same time. So that's the way we go. So write this one down. Whatever you ask, believe. Write it down. Whatever you ask, believe, and you shall receive. Whatever you ask, believe, and you shall receive. The origin of sin was the belief that God was lying. The devil convinced Eve that God was lying to her. That's what the devil did. God, he convinced Eve. Don't you know? Did God say the day you shall eat, you shall surely die? He said yes. He said you shall not surely die. You know go die. The day you chop am, you go eye go open. You go be like God. You will know good and evil. He lied. Oh my God. So how do you believe lies in your marriage, in your business? Must you be going to millionaire school every day and then money you never make? Okay, the person ask question. Everybody tell you say make you no do business. Ask her one question. What do you want me to do? The first thing the person will tell you, go and do for a job. This job he no get them for himself. He no fit give you a job. I don't understand why people just believe lies. You come to us, we tell you that you are more than enough. You are the head and not the tail. You are a millionaire. You are a success. Let's guide you through a process that took you 15 years to arrive at poverty. This thing we're going to do is not going to happen at an event. It's not going to be one day. You're going to take another process, but not up to 15 years, not up to 10 years, maximum 3 years. There are 3 years, minimum of 6 months, maximum of 3 years. You want to arrive at a good life. He said, no, you are like tortoise that is in a pit toilet. She done the smell for him face since. Ever since the guy did pit toilet, no complain. Now we don't carry road come. He begin to shout, come on me for here. But now they all day long inside that pit toilet. You don't complain. Now we don't carry road to come out. They abuse us. You say, do sharp. But when you want to go and learn how to work for money, you spend 4 years. You not tell lecturer, do a sharp. You spend 4 years to learn to work for money. But to learn to make money work for you, you cannot spend 6 months. You are telling me, I don't see money at all. Since I came to this business, no money. Really? But when you were going to learn how to work for money, did you make money when you were learning to make work for money? When you came on to teach you how to make money, but you can complain. When you want to go and learn tailoring, just 6 months, did you earn shishi? In fact, I gave you a story. I started the issue yesterday with my mechanic. You know, I told you about the RAV4 that I was using on boat, so they are now in airport taxi. So yesterday, the guy called me. What happened was that the boy put 80,000 labor to help me fix, do maintenance on the car, take the engine and other thing that was faulty in the car. So I did not argue the 80,000 because the boy actually is the guy is always very busy. So I like to work with the boy, but he takes the shop. So I wanted the boy to earn money. So now the boy came to my house last Sunday. It's not even up to 1 week yet. He said, "Oga, I beg. No give my guy the remaining part of the money. The money means 70K. I beg. If you give my guy the money, you go chop him. The boy they learn work. He don't finish the work after 3 years when he have the man. The man supposed to settle him. The man never settle him yet. So the man they give him small tippets, make he assistant for the like foreman, you know that they call foreman. So they say make I not give Oga the money. So Oga go chop everything. After learning work for 3 years, Oga say they chop money like that. So Oga called me yesterday. He said, Oga, your money means 70K. I said, I have the money. The challenge is that, you know, I did that work because I wanted that boy to collect something. So I know you are the boss. You employed him, he work in your shop. I'm not supposed to interfere in your relationship with the boy, but I wanted the boy because I want to send part of the money to the boy. You know, I normally call the boy, he respond to me. So I know person will give person money and they control the everything. You know, you give person goat, you see the whole the room, you never give him village. I talk. I said, okay, how we go do him? I want to have part of the money to you, part to the boy. Because my mind, I tell myself, the boy tell me, well, I don't start. I said, maybe the boy, let me just want to use my mind. The guy say, okay, Oga send me 50K. Send 20K to my boy. Can you imagine that? That means how the boy has spent 3 years. He's still afraid of his boss. So you go spend 3 years. Learn work without shishi. I want to spend 6 months minimum to teach you how to make money work for you. So you can retire rich and wealthy to become stronger, better, ultimate. You're the best for me. We don't make them a lot. I go on here, go and get it. So you can imagine that. But this guy left poverty for 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. Here we are telling him to believe. Tell him believe that you are success. He said, okay, it's not about believing. Can't you see my reality? My reality is that I'm debt. I'm owing debt. Tell me what believe that you are success. Tell me believe that you are a millionaire. And when you believe, start taking action. Because that is faith. Take daily action. Tell me daily action. By investing in yourself, by reprogramming your subconscious, it's going to affect your behaviors and your activities you perform. Write this one down. The original sin was the belief that God was lying. The original sin was the belief that God was lying. That's the original sin. The devil convinced Eve that was lying to her. The original sin was the belief that God was lying. Then redemption lies. Our redemption lies on changing our belief. The original sin was the belief that God was lying. The original belief was the belief. The original sin, the original sin was the belief that God was lying. Then redemption relies on changing your belief. And it is your belief that changed your behavior, full stop. The original sin was the belief that God was lying. God was lying. Lying. God was lying. Then redemption relies that God was lying. That is it. So our redemption lies on changing our belief. And it is our belief that change our behavior, full stop. It's our belief that change our behavior. Once you believe, your behavior will change. If I can make you understand that to have a good life, you have to read minimum of 5 books. 5 books. 5 books of successful men. Think and Grow Rich. Secrets of the Millionaire's Mind. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think Rich Dad Poor Dad. Those books, 5 books. The day you read 5 books, I want to give you a true conversation, a true confession. You are among the top 1% of the world rich and wealthy men. The day you read 5 books on personal development, on wealth, and not only the books, you subject yourself to mentorship. You can read those books without mentorship. It will be difficult to practice the principles you see on those books. What makes the principles easier? You observe someone else practicing the principle, because observation makes the work easier. Most of those mechanics tell us most of them learn by observation. Then observation. Children learn by observation. More what you do than what you say. You tell a child shut up, he will tell you shut up. So that's how he learns. Children behave. The first way you learn was by observation. Then observation. If a father and mother keep fighting themselves, the children go to school and start fighting. But that's what they see at home. Yes or yes? They learn by observation. So if you read 5 books and subject yourself to mentorship, you are among the top 1%. 1%. Tell your neighbor, I am among the top 1%. Top 1% of the world population that's successful, millionaire. So we are supposed to go to the next outline now, which says behavioral change. Tell me behavioral change. So I'll give you one statement there so that we just tip it there. It's about 1, 2, plenty of them. But let me just give you one so that, I don't know, we're going to discuss whether we'll continue this topic next week, Monday. I have something for us next week, or whether we should stop here and try something different by next week. So we'll discuss that when we finish on the online community platform. So under behavioral change, let me just give you number 1 so that we can call it just number 1. Write this one down. Sinful behavior is an attack on your own self-interest and assignment. Sinful behavior is an attack on your own self-interest and assignment. Sinful behavior is an attack. Sinful behavior. Sinful behavior is an attack on your own self-interest and assignment. That means anytime you commit sin, you are attacking yourself, the interest of yourself. You are behavioral change. I'm going to show you how to change every negative behaviors in your life to the empowering behaviors you want in making money, building relationship, buying your car. All they believe that you cannot drive a car. After this course, you finally realize the new set of belief that you believe. I just give you maximum of 6 months to 1 year because I bought my first car. My first car was Highlander Jeep. So the car I bought it because I came across a book that changed my financial status. That changed me. The book talked about As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. The book changed my mind. As a Man Think, As He Thinketh by James Allen. The book blew my mind. The book made me understand. But I retraced back the seat of my car to relax, to look at the steering of my life, and I went back to drive it. And within 6 months to 1 year, I bought my first car. It was shocking. If I tell you the secret, I'm going to share with us in behavior. What change your behavior by changing your belief system? He said, as a man thinketh, believes, it changes everything about my life. It was a dream come true for me. I think that I was just, 20-something years, and 27 and 26 years. So it was a dream come true for me. But everybody said it's not possible. Everybody I told about this told me often, you're already broke, you don't have money. How can it be possible? Just changing a set of beliefs and imbibe a new set of beliefs, just formatting my brain and install a new wealth file. Wealth file. Change everything within 6 months to 1 year. Everybody that knew me, they dream. But it's not a dream. It was because of changing of set of beliefs. So every sinful behavior you act, every self-sabotaging activity you do, self-limiting beliefs you have is an attack on your self-interest and assignment. So I will stop there for today. So we have to discuss because it's 9 o'clock already. Our class is 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning, 1 hour. And it doesn't matter how long it takes for us to drive down to people to believe that there are some set of beliefs that's not empowering you. You have to let them go. Anger, bitterness, hatred. I told you last time, open a forgiveness account. Forgiveness account. So anybody that hurts you, you forgive the person in advance. You just withdrew. So you must deposit forgiveness. 1,000,000 times forgiveness every day. Wake up in the morning, you tell yourself, I've forgiven everybody today that will ever hurt me. And another thing you must do, you always live a very good life, is that you have to define anger, bitterness, hurt, as of course, offense as punishing yourself for someone else's stupidity. So you don't get offended. But when you are offended, you are punishing yourself for someone else's stupidity. Tell me on the ball. Don't punish yourself again for someone else's stupidity. When somebody is taking some stupid and foolish action, you are supposed to be getting angry on offense, take offense. You will not be offended because you already defined that if I take offense now, I'm going to punish myself for the stupidity of someone else, for the foolishness of someone else. And the biggest prison is a prison you created for yourself. And that prison is a prison of people's opinion. Tell your neighbor, don't bound yourself on people's opinion. Don't put yourself on the prison of people's opinion. Because people's opinion don't pay your bills. They don't pay your bills. So don't ever live your life based on people's opinion. If you live your life based on people's opinion, your name not sorry. Tell no sorry. Because everybody have a different opinion about you. Some will tell you cannot make it. Some will tell you, don't you know you are poor? Some will tell you, don't forget about it. Some will tell you, don't embark on the journey. Some will tell you, you are broken. Don't live on people's opinion. Live on the truth and the terms you create for yourself, not people's opinion that doesn't empower you. So today I want to stop there. So I want to talk to the online community. Please don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. You know the truth about life? He that stands on the shore of mentor will see far. See you tomorrow. Oh, happy weekend. See you next week. See you at the top. Thank God it's Friday. And God bless you really good. So let's talk.